Congressman, can we get you down here, Congressman?
I'd have to, I'd take a look at it, but I think
Congresswoman, what's your response to Vice President Vance yesterday saying the Minnesota shooting was a tragedy of her own making?
I understand that Vice President Vance believes that shooting a young mother of 3 in the face 3 times is an acceptable America that he wants to live in, and I do not. And that is a fundamental difference between Vice President Vance and I. I do not believe that the American people should be assassinated in the street. Thank you.
The Vice President has planning to use the power of the purse to sort of rein in DHS and all in the wake of this Minnesota shooting?
I would hope so. I think that this Congress exploded ICE's budget to, I believe, the tune of $170 billion additional dollars, making it one of, by and away, the largest paramilitary force in the United States, with no rules, with virtually no restraints, and as we have seen, are now carrying out extrajudicial killings in the street. So I would hope that that is not the America that we want to live in.
The president, in an interview with the New York Times, said that the only thing that would constrain his power as commander-in-chief is his own morality. What do you think of a comment like that?
I mean, it shows the danger that we are in and the necessity for us to have a Congress that is willing to rein in the president's power, as well as the necessity for the Supreme Court to be able to rein in the president's power as well. Now, we have a Republican majority that has decided to completely abdicate its power to the president. I think it's up to the American people to ensure that we take away power from those who do not use it well.
Can I ask for a moment about Democratic leaders on both sides, Leader Schumer and Jeffries, when I press them about ICE and even Venezuela, they seem reluctant in this funding round to do anything on ICE or Venezuela because it seems as though they're reluctant to blow up, any fragile agreement they might be. Do you get that sense, and do you think that's a mistake by them?
No, I mean, listen, we have a caucus that is very wide, and they're responsible for leading an entire caucus that elects members from across the country. So they're in a different position. But and whether it's this funding round or when Democrats are in the majority is a tactical decision that is up to leadership to make. But I think in the long term, what we are seeing now is that this funding of ICE, it exploded virtually overnight, and we are already seeing the ramifications of it in terms of the abuse of power that is happening, as well as the fact that ICE doesn't even meet the level of rigor that your local police department has to meet in terms of ethics and in terms of rules and regulations that they have to abide by.
What do you say to your Republican released colleagues? Enough of the Epstein files to your satisfaction?
Pardon?
Have you gotten enough of the Epstein files to your satisfaction?
This administration, the Trump administration, Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, Pam Bondi, are engaged in one of the greatest cover-ups that we have seen when it comes to Jeffrey Epstein and protection of people that are in power and close to power. It is horrifying. My thoughts are with the victims, but what I am encouraged by is the House Oversight Committee's continued pursuit in their subpoenas against Lex Wexner and others, and we will continue the fight for justice for victims of these crimes.
Do you think Bill Clinton should be subpoenaed by the Oversight Committee?
I'm sorry, I know he's got a...
Yeah, what would you say to your Republican colleagues, just the fact that they say that if these people would follow the law and not get involved with ICE and try and disrupt them collecting people who are here illegally, what would you want to tell those people?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Yeah, some of the Republican colleagues are basically saying that ICE is doing its job and that people are there to disrupt them and to stop them. What would you want to tell them?
I would not say that assassinating a young mother of 3 in the street is part of ICE's mandate. ICE specifically has a mandate that has nothing to do with going after U.S. citizens. Watch the video for yourself. You don't have to worry about the politics with me or what I'm going to say or what anyone else is going to say. Watch that video for yourself, and you will see a woman trying to back up her vehicle and leave a volatile scene. And she was met with 3 bullets to the face. You tell me, and any law enforcement officer in the country worth their salt can tell you that that is not how you handle that situation. And so the fact that ICE receives less training, they receive, I mean, this started with Patriot Act, post 9/11 violation of American civil liberties, and it continues in that strain. Thank you.
Thank you.